Hello, I have returned again with another sort of reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to the Red Dead Redemption series that me, Archie and an old friend called Harley, I'm not sure if you've been on the channel for long enough you'll remember him. It was a kind of mini series we did a couple years ago now. I did initially film a reaction video not long after we finished the series, but that got scrapped because one reason being the audio was that bad that I sounded like I was talking inside of a can, and second of all, the quality of the video was dreadful. So in the end, it never got released. But many years on, I'm going to redo that video, and I'm fully determined to release this today. So there is a couple of tweaks with this series, is that the first and second video we did for the series was never originally planned to become almost a storyline. It was just generally for like funny clips which we did. And another thing I'll bring up, the editing, well, my editing was terrible 4 or 5 years ago. So I will warn you of that. So if there's any editing mistakes, I will solely take the blame for that, and I personally, and myself, I do know where a couple are. So we're going to start on, as you can see by the title at the top, it says Red Dead Redemption WTF Moments Part 2, and that was because that was the episode where it really started. Obviously in Part 2 it's only at the start of the video where the story starts. So we're going to watch that little bit, and then we're going to kind of file our way through the series, each episode by episode, until we get to the last episode, which is actually the sequel part, which shows you what happens after. So, yeah, that's my plan for today. Another thing I'll point out, the quality is going to be quite bad, because the first few videos of the Red Dead series I filmed when I was on a PS4. So that's another thing I'll add. The quality will be really bad.
Oh, hi.
Shut up! Don't say hi to me next time.
Help me, please, somebody. Help
Shut
me.
up! Shut up!
Help.
Shut up!
No, please let me go. You don't have to do it like this. Just let me go.
Oh my god. Do you ever not stop talking? Oh my days. Alright, where's Murphy and Maloney?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Let me just point out one or two things about this shot. If you're familiar with the game Red Dead, or Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously you'll know of the place of Blackwater. And it's a town that's in the state of West Elizabeth in the game. Originally, this first part of the video where the story begins, we were going to do in another town or city. I don't actually know what it is classed as. We were going to do it in a place that's known as Saint Denis, which is obviously which is like the big city in Red Dead Redemption. We were going to do it there because it's more broad. It's a sort of place where something like this would take place. But if I can recall correctly, because these videos are quite old, we didn't have enough time because there is parts later in this video which are not a part of the story where there's clips where Archie's actually whispering, and the reason for that is because back when we filmed these videos, at the time, whenever Archie's sister would have to go to sleep, he wasn't allowed to talk loudly. He'd have to whisper, and we were on a really short time limit. Because obviously at the time we were still at school, so we would have had to go to bed as well for school the next day, which obviously was a whole load of shenanigans. But we didn't have enough time to get to where we wanted to film it. And obviously once I'd edited it and released it, we couldn't really change it. So it is what it was what it was.
Why not? Tell me why not.
No, I'm not telling you because
I'll
I've seen
shoot
it
you
in
right
my
now!
life. No, don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Where
I'll
is
tell
he
you where he
then?
is. I
Where?
don't know. I haven't seen him in ages.
You're playing me.
If you listen carefully there, he actually says, "I'll tell you where he is," and then when Harley says, "Where is he?" he goes, "I don't know." That's common art. That's classic Archie. That is. He doesn't think his words properly.
About. Might have to.
The last time I saw him
I'm gonna
was in
shoot
Valentine.
you!
No, please don't. Please do. Please don't. Please don't.
Several men.
Why did he say, "Oh, please do"? He said it. Please do shoot me. I'm getting a good amount of memories though from this. This is a good trip down the nostalgia lane.
Do you think I'll spare you?
I don't know where he is. I promise.
When was the last time you saw him at least? And where?
5 years ago in Valentine.
Alright.
Please don't. Please don't. Don't do it. Please. Honestly,
Oh
please
my
don't.
God. Okay, so this shot here where I'm viewing the sawmill door. The problem with when I filmed on my PS4, it would never pick up the sound in the game. So if you ever wanted a sound effect to be added, which from in the game, it would never work. And what we wanted to do with this shot is we wanted to obviously have Harley doing what he was doing, pointing the shotgun at him. And we wanted to, when Harley basically got sick of Archie giving excuses, he would shoot him. And we wanted it to pick up the gunshot, so you'd hear Harley actually killing him. And obviously, for whatever reason, it didn't pick the sound up. And that was really annoying. And the problem with when I edited the video, that I didn't have any sound effects to add to make it seem like there was a gunshot. Because in the raw footage, you can... when I was editing it and I was listening closely, you could just about make the gunshot out. But it wasn't allowed enough for the video, so in the end, I just, if you watch here, I just make the clip cut right as he basically shoots him, because, like I said, it was a whole boil over. That's what this video was really. Nothing went how we wanted it to properly.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna make you feel nothing.
I told you
Don't. It's gonna be a
everything.
quick death. It's gonna be a quick death. Don't
No,
worry.
please don't kill me. I told you everything I know. Please don't kill me.
Don't care, honestly. I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna kill your family.
No, honestly, please don't leave them out. I
Right,
told you everything
shut
I know
up.
about him.
3,
No, please
2,
don't. No.
1. Guess he's back in town.
And oh, that shot there. Another thing about that shot where he walks out with Archie's body, we were gonna get a clip of Harley dumping his body behind a stack of wooden planks, which you'll find out about later in the series. But like I said, once again, we were running out of time, so we didn't have time to. If we had time, we could have made this video a lot better and had more things that would have been noticeable in later videos. But like it was a really rough period. We did this. We didn't have the time to do stuff in our own lives. We were so caught up with our education, which was really annoying because, like I said, this video had so much potential if I was able to edit better. The third part's not really. The third part isn't. There's not much action in it, and that's why it's probably my least favourite out of the series, because it's just kind of standing around talking. But it is the video that provides the most information about the storyline, and this was the video where it all started to take off. Obviously, in the title it says Archie's Revenge, which doesn't make sense because in the story Archie's dead. He's playing a different character. And a little secret I can reveal about the trailer here and the main video. The trailer was so the day before we filmed part 3. We tried to film it obviously the day before, and the only clips I'd got from the previous day was a clip of Archie coming up the stairs and a clip of me walking into the room as the cameraman viewing Harley staring out the window. like I said, there's a lot of things I can point out in this series as well, which it's there's a lot of funny sides to it, but there's a lot of downsides as well, which once again would have made these videos better. But yeah, this is part 3.
If I was Murphy, where would I be?
Also, I'm talking as in future tense. I'm currently talking a day later. The one thing I didn't mention in this video is about the echoey sound of the microphones. The issue with that was because my microphone I was using was terrible, and for whatever reason it would always pick the sound up. So when Harley would talk, for example, the sound would come through the headphones to me, but then somehow the microphone on the headphones would pick that sound up, and then it would go through to them in the game. And that's also a thing I should have mentioned when I was filming this video. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that.
I know you're in here.
That is still Archie's Instagram to this day.
You're on the balcony? Come, Mitch, I know you're in here. Hands up right now. Come, Witch, hands up right now. You're under arrest for suspicion of the murder of Mr. Hopkins.
If you listen, it's pretty obvious, but if you listen then, obviously, you could hear Archie almost crack a laugh. Then the problem with this shot is because this shot, for some reason, took the longest to do. And it was because Harley kept going on TikTok on his phone while we were trying to get the shot of Archie walking into the room. And he would always play this certain sound. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember it kept making Archie laugh. And he this shot where we managed to do it properly, he almost laughed because he thought he was going to do it again. And I think when we filmed this shot, I was so close to just giving up again and not doing this video. And I would have probably said to them, look, I give up, I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm thankful I didn't, because then the whole series would have never been a thing. But yeah, this is yeah. Also, can we just talk about Archie's hat? What hat is he wearing here? Dear me, dear oh dear. Anyway, let's stop getting distracted.
Yeah, but you have no proof. Where's your proof?
I have a lot of proof in the station, okay?
Then shoot me.
Yes, you have to come to the station with me there.
Okay.
Alright, follow it, go on. You head to the station. You are under arrest of suspicion.
Okay, before we move on to this next part, I want to say something about the ending of that clip. So, right as the Archie and Harley step out of the room, and I remember this detail specifically because it irritated me so much when I was editing it. Right as Archie's foot leaves the room, in the raw footage, Harley proceeded to shout the word "cut," obviously indicating end the clip. But he did it too early, and it took me about 20 minutes to try and cut the clip perfectly, so you couldn't hear Harley say that. And I was so annoyed. But obviously, thankfully, in the end, the clip came out not perfectly. Which, yeah, I just had to point that detail out because it was in the back of my mind. So, but yeah.
You are under arrest of suspicion of murder of Mr. Hopkins. You may not talk. You do have the right to remain silent, but whatever you don't answer will come up back on you at court, where you will have to answer that question. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So where were you on the night of the murder?
I was in Rhodes.
Okay. What were you doing up in Rhodes?
In the flat.
In a flat. Okay. Okay.
Well, a hotel, really.
Which one? A hotel or a flat?
Well, the same thing, really. Like, it looks like a flat, but it's actually a hotel. A hotel is a hotel.
Okay.
Okay. This clip was done in one shot. We didn't have to redo this clip at any point because what I had told Archie and Harley well, Archie had told us really, because he was the. I should put that out there. Archie was the one who thought of this entire story. It was not actually me who thought of all this to make this storyline, and I will give Archie credit for that because it did come out as a really good story to me. I really enjoyed doing all of these videos. But what Archie had said to us, he said to me, I stand in the corner of this prison cell as the cameraman and film, obviously, him interrogating Harley. But he didn't point out what he was going to ask him. He was just trying to make up questions as he was going along. Every now and again, it's a really long clip this is. It must have been about 6 minutes long. And obviously all the other clips included make the video as long as it is. Like I said, he never pointed out what he was going to talk about. So he didn't really tell Harley what to answer the questions with. And that's why Harley, like, just then, for example, he was stuttering about whether it was stuttering whether about it was a hotel or a flat. And so many times, and the whole time I was stood there filming them, I kept thinking they were going to mess it up and we were going to have to do it all over again. But like I said, thankfully it didn't. But yeah, I probably am going to skip forward a bit because this clip, it does explain a bit of the lore of what happens in terms of Archie or his original character he played got killed. Because like I said, all this is boring really. It's just them talking, which I don't really want to see. We'll skip to the part where Archie leaves the cell.
For your time and thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be upstairs and need me, just call, okay?
Alright.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I don't know if I should tell myself I know or anything, I don't know. It's a difficult situation because I don't want to go to jail, but I feel so guilty.
Believe it or not, that clip also took ages to do. And all Archie told him to do was mutter a few things under his voice. And for whatever reason, Harley could not do it. For about 15 minutes, we were just standing there, I was stood right in front of him as the camera guy, staring at him. And he just couldn't get his words out, and it was so annoying. Because, yeah, like I said, now that I watch this back, I do kind of get the memories back of how many times it took to do certain clips. But
should I turn myself in? That's the problem. I don't want to go to jail, but it's just a tough situation because I feel bad, but I just don't want to go to jail.
Alright, Mr. Conway.
You know what's also weird with this clip? Why is there bloody footprints and a big pile of blood over here on the floor? I don't actually know what we were doing in between filming these clips.
I have your dinner here for you. Put it on the bed.
Right.
There you go.
Thanks.
All good. I'll be back, okay? There's some evidence in the house next door about you, obviously. So I'm just gonna go collect it, okay?
Yeah, right. Fake evidence. Here you go.
I love the music. I love this soundtrack I used as well. On PS4, on the PS4 editing software, there was like a Red Dead Redemption sound pack that you could use, and it had all the certain soundtracks that were actually used in the game of Red Dead for its actual story. And this pack had this specific soundtrack that I edited over this part. And just for whatever reason, I was addicted to using it because I just loved it so much. It just gave that sense of something bad's about to happen, and that's what I loved about it when I was editing it. And it like I said, it came out perfectly. And you could always cut it when the drop hits as well. And I just loved it. Anyway.
No evidence in the house. Strange. Pick the horse up, see if my constable has put it on my desk.
You know, I've just noticed as well. I've never noticed this ever. Whenever I've watched this back in my life, there's a dead guy laying. I've never noticed that till now. To be fair, when I think it was between the shot where Harley runs out that door there, and in between filming these two shots, one of us had done something, and the police started coming after us. So we had a big gunfight with them, and then obviously we carried on filming. And obviously in the process, there was just bodies laying everywhere. And we used it to our advantage, to be fair, where there was bodies laying everywhere. We used it to our advantage in the following video after this. Obviously, you'll find out. But yeah, there was just bodies laying everywhere. And I don't know what caused it, really, other than a gunfight. What's that?
Mr. Cunwich, you're free to go. We found that you are not guilty. Thank you very much. Mr. Cunwich? Mr. Cunwich?
I think, to be fair, in this shot, we should have left the cell door open. Because it obviously would have made it look more obvious that it broke out. But it obviously, because... Yeah, obviously, we staggered between filming the clips, so the cell door just automatically shut after 5 or 10 minutes. But, see what I mean? There's just loads of little details we could have done that would have made it look a bit better. Just like makeup, just a final little touch. Just to, smooth it up a bit. But...
No. Wait.
I usually not.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so if you've watched this series before and you've watched the video, you'll be well aware of issue we used to have on name tags popping up of our characters whenever we filmed Red Dead Redemption. And this is one clip that's always got to me. Obviously, I'm the cameraman here. I'm just getting the shot of the pathway and Harley in the bush. But the horse that Archie's riding when he comes down the path is my horse, or my old one even. And obviously Archie was playing as me, and I was just talking while being the cameraman. But obviously it's not like Minecraft, and you can't just turn the name tags off so you can't see. And if I could do that once again, a bit like the thing with the cell door, it just would have made it look that little bit better. Because obviously you can't really tell it's Archie until his name tag shows. Because if the name tags weren't there and you couldn't see Archie's, you can't see his character that well, so you just think it's me. But yeah, like that's always got to me about filming on Red Dead.
You're not taking notes, is it?
I've never met. Yeah.
Whoa, what the hell? Where have you come from? What the Hey! Hey, give me back the horse! Hey, come back here! Hey, what are you doing?
Oh my god, I already know what's at the end of this video. Yeah, this video, like I said, is probably the boringest out of them all, but it explains most of the lore, which obviously I'm not showing in this video because it would make the video too long, and I don't want to spend the rest of my evening editing, because I'm too lazy. We're not going to watch the failed clips, because the focus of this video is the story, not the times we fucked up. But yeah, that shot also took a while to do, because either Archie would be riding the horse too slow, and obviously I'd run out of things to say, because you can't just keep repeating yourself. Oh, I haven't seen Archie in a while. Oh, I haven't seen Archie. You can't just do that, because it's just like, okay, we get it. And obviously we wanted Archie to kind of get in line of the bush where Archie was Harley was hiding in. I think it took about 6 tries to do this. So there is one thing I will say about part 4. The only shot Harley appears in, and I think this is the last ever video you see Harley. Harley's never appeared in a video ever since, and obviously there is reasons to that, which I'm not going to say. But yeah, this shot here is the last ever shot that you see Harley in, ever. And so the entire time we filmed this video, me and Archie, if you're familiar with the Red Dead map, you'll know where this town is up in the mountains. And all the way down in the place where we were in Strawberry was me and Archie. And we told Harley, we want you to wait up here. And the little secret is, there was never going to be a Red Dead Part 5. We wanted it all to be in Part 4. We wanted the gunfight, the fist fight, and everything. We wanted all of that to be in the finale video, Part 4. And I don't think I've explained it before. Maybe I have once or twice, maybe. Because Harley was sat up in the mountain on his own, waiting for me and Archie to do all the beforehand shots. Harley was getting bored. And what happened, he left, basically. He left, and because he'd left, obviously me and Archie couldn't finish the video, just me and him. Because who would we have playing as Mr. Cumwich? And then the issue we had after this video is Harley, obviously, if you're a PlayStation player, you know about the thing PlayStation Plus, where you have to have it to play online. Harley's PS Plus ran out, basically. And he wouldn't renew it, just so we could finish the series. Which is hence to why it took so long to get Part 5 done. Because we were waiting for ages, and we kept telling him we wanted to do this, and he wouldn't do it. So yeah, that's really what the original plan was. We were going to have it all in Part 4, but obviously things happened, and yeah, then we only got beforehand in this video. But anyway, yeah, let's talk too much. Need to watch. Transcript as well. So, originally we were going to have it, so I think this transcript here, where it explains it just words, we were going to have almost kind of Archie, almost kind of reading it in third person almost. I know we're going into a bit of English literature here. We were going to have almost like Archie's kind of reading a book, almost. And he's writing a diary about what's happened. And that's what we were going to do. But the problem with that is because when you film on PS4, there's certain things the PlayStation itself won't let you record. Which, like, for example, if you were to say, if I was to go on to mine and Archie's messages on PlayStation now, the PlayStation wouldn't let you record that, because obviously it's classed as private information almost. Like I said, we were going to have Archie kind of talking like he's writing a diary, and he's talking in third person to himself. But like I said, my PlayStation wouldn't let us do it, so I just decided to be boring and have it talking as just transcript. But yeah, that's just the thing I thought I'd mention, because like I said, once again, another thing that would have made the series a bit more better. So fake evidence found. Oh, this shot. There's a pretty random meaning behind this shot here of Harley just walking across. It was like because I removed the audio from this clip, so you can't hear anything, and it's just the music and the transcript. But the actual clip, Harley is talking in, and he's basically muttering to himself, almost taunting me and Archie, basically. Like, as part of the story, not literally. He's basically that. We were gonna have the clip. That's why I filmed this clip of Harley in the first place. But for whatever reason, we just didn't use it. So yeah. Yeah, Grizzlies. Love that name.
God, quickly. Bloody hell. Sheriff? Sheriff! Oh, thank
I'm
goodness.
sorry, sir. We're a bit busy at the moment, trying to deal with these murders.
Right. Keynote. So notice how Archie mentions about, sorry sir, we're trying to deal with these murders. And obviously that links back to the bloody shootout we had when we were in part 3 when there was the shot of the police station from outside. Because obviously this video was filmed a week after the previous video. We picked up on it because we were rewatching before we started recording that day. We'd rewatched part 3 to try and get an idea of like what we wanted to have in this video. And obviously we noticed about how there was bodies laying everywhere outside the station. And Archie had, for once in his fucking life, he had a genius idea. And it's the only genius idea he's ever had, may I add. He said, there's loads of bodies outside the station. Why don't we kind of make it look like when he broke out the station, he caused a massacre and then stole your horse and fucked off? And obviously I liked the idea, so we basically found a load of NPCs, killed them, and lay them around outside the station, which you never see anyway, so it was a waste of time. But yeah, that's kind of how that detail came about. That's
No,
what I
you
thought
don't
I'd
understand.
mention.
My horse has just been stolen.
Have you seen a man with like black coat, I think it was, and like a bandana around his neck, like a big poncho looking thing?
Yes.
Hats.
Yes, that's who stole my horse. That's literally who stole my horse.
He stole your horse?
Yes, he stole my horse. I was going for a little ride, and I was going to take my horse to the stable. And I was literally down the road. I literally just left the stable, and I was walking away from it.
Right. Oh, come over here with me. Come over here.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to fill out a form on this table.
Why does he walk on the chair?
Okay.
He stood on the chair. Oh, that part's pretty.
Sheriff. Sheriff. Sheriff.
What's up?
Sheriff.
Oh, okay, no, never mind. You do see the bodies. There you go. There's one, and there was 2 others. Okay, I take back.
written statement for you.
Oh yeah. Let me
Yeah.
just go have a look at it right now.
Yeah, it mentions in it, obviously, he's wearing the poncho, like you mentioned when I first got here last night.
Let me read it now.
Yeah. I've described everything that happened as well, especially after.
Okay. The description you said matches a description of the
I've only just noticed. I think Archie I think he did that to make the shot look more realistic. How he pulls a book out. You know what? I'll give that to Archie. He played that pretty well.
The description you said matches a description of the person that's committed the massacre outside and killed Mr. Hopkins a couple of days ago. Well, and just pretty much all-round criminal.
So he's known around the state.
He's all over the states.
Have you ever thought that he could be hiding up there?
We do.
Oh, I've just noticed as well. I cut out the shot where I mentioned about Harley being up in the mountains, and then for some reason, like I said, I don't know why, but I cut.
Have sheriffs in other towns looking for him.
Yeah.
They said that they haven't found him because every week we go up, meet in Blackwater, and we talk about everything.
You sure you've checked up north?
Yeah, we would have known because obviously the borders. We would have known if he went up there. He could be in disguise though. We could. Do you want to help me find him? Find your horse?
So you want to deputise me?
Yes. Do you want to help me find him?
Alright then.
That's the same soundtrack again. I've paused it again because this clip here where we're running over the hills, there's 2 things I want to mention. One, if you later on in this clip or later on in this video I mentioned about been all over the map. We've been to Tumbleweed. Oh, we've been all these places. We hadn't. All we did, get on Archie's horse and we rode to Blackwater. Got a few shots of us looking like we're asking people about him, and then we went in the bar and did the outro, which was when Harley left. Second of all, this shot took more than one shot, and the reason being is because Archie had a bounty on his head, basically, and there was a couple of online players who were near us, and midway doing the shot, they decided, if you're familiar with bounty hunting in Red Dead, sometimes if a player's got a bounty and they're near you, you can actually go after them if you've got a bounty hunter license. They must have done that with Archie. So midway doing the shot, they decided, let's go after him. He had like a $9 bounty on his head. And then we had to fight them off. And then we had to do the shot again. But it was, it was, yeah. I don't know why I actually know that, to be fair. That's something I should have forgotten. You'd never think as well, because, like I say, it's just a shot of his money. There we go. It's literally the one person we ask.
So didn't you mention to me in Strawberry that this is...
We go back to the place where where the story starts. We wanted a bit of like, what's the word? Is it foreshadowing? Or is that to kind of give a little sense of what's going to happen? I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't do well in my GCSEs. I'm going to say foreshadowing to kind of like, we're in the present, but we kind of take a step back almost to kind of reflect on how far we've came. I don't know what the word is to kind of describe that, but if you get what I mean, you'll understand.
Where that Mr. Hopkins guy was killed.
Yeah, I can take you to the place.
That is Archie's second name, Hopkins. I don't know why we got on that.
What, where he was killed?
Yeah.
Is this the place where this very building right here?
There we go.
Yeah.
Cake Slumber. Where his body was discovered.
This is the barn itself, where he commits all of those murders.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Come in here,
It's pretty old, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah.
So if you come over here in this corner, it may not look like much, but this is some of the equipment he uses to torture victims if he wants to know where someone is.
Yeah.
What? A flannel, a thing that looks like a really big horseshoe. I can't remember what that tool's called, and okay, a hammer's understandable, but I don't think you'd use any of them except the hammer to torture someone. Unless you've got something like chloroform on the cloth and you're trying to put someone to sleep, okay, fair enough. But I don't think in the late 1800s they would have done stuff like that. Well, maybe they did, for all I know. I'm not the best at history.
Fleetwater's police department and Blackwater police department really scoured it all out. It's all got fingerprints all over it, and if you have a look, it's everywhere.
Fingerprints?
Yeah.
Fingerprints weren't used as a source of evidence back then. Why did he choose... Oh.
Wait, so did
Come out here.
the law ever
I
actually
said,
find Miss Hopkins' body?
Yeah, they did actually. The witness, who was actually just right in front of us, and he was just in that window, and he saw the killer come out. He's come over here.
As if you could see.
The body
As
has
if
been
you'd be
taken,
able to see it.
obviously.
Yeah.
But just around here.
It wouldn't be a pleasant sight to find it.
Climbed over here, and he took the body in this very corner.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so the law was, like I said, in the first part of the story, we were going to get a shot of where Archie stood there, where I inconveniently paused it with my character mid-air. Where Archie's standing is where we were going to get the shot of Harley dumping his body, and like I said, just never happened.
Yeah.
That's
Left
kind of
it
what let us
lying.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
It took us days to find it actually. We haven't find him. Do you want to go back to Blackwater?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Still don't really find him anywhere.
Man, we've looked all over the whole state. We even went to like this to Tumbleweed and everything.
I
No, you
think
didn't.
he may have somehow got out, like he's escaped somehow.
Well, out of the whole state.
Yeah, I think he's gone. Like to go somewhere else, commit crimes.
Hmm.
Like we've searched everywhere.
Yeah. What about the Grizzles?
Of course, the Grizzles. That's the one place we haven't looked. And there's
Have you ever heard of that mining town that's like right in the north part called Cotton? No, it's been abandoned since like '84 or something, I think.
Yeah, it's been abandoned for years, but
Yeah.
there's no buildings there, is there?
Yeah,
Yeah, there is.
that is the name of it. Just to kind of clarify it, the name of that town is called Cotton for some weird
Is.
reason.
I went up there not long ago. Yeah, I did some hunting. I stayed up there. That's got
Must be where he is.
that's got to be like
100%.
that's got to be like the prime place he could possibly be at.
It has to be, because there's nowhere else up there, and we've searched everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's the credits. Archie, storyline producer. I wouldn't say Harley was. I wouldn't say Harley helped. He didn't really. He kind of just was there, just to play his part. That's all he was. And then obviously me's, the cameraman most of the time. I swear that was just my job, just to be a cameraman and occasionally appear as a character. Also, just to quickly clarify, I think in this video I really wanted to go in depth with the editing. I wanted there to be cool cinematic shots and stuff, not just from my third person point of view for most of the video. Oh, obviously there is, because it's showing it from my point of view. But, yeah. Also, I think this is the last ever video I filmed on my PS4. And obviously ever since then it's either been on PS5 or PC. But this was the last ever video I edited on a PS4. And I thank God that I've never had to do it since, because I hated it. PS5 is 20 times better. There's just so much more you can use. Anyway. I've just realised, for some reason, now that I've just read the name Mr. Cumwich there, the origin of that name, Mr. Cumwich, came from the most stupidest reason ever. It basically, it was in part 3 where we kind of brought the name in. It was... So, the first part of the name, the word cum, I'm just going to say it straight. Obviously, everyone knows what it's usually associated with. And the word witch, when it was Harley who thought of the name, I will put that out there. Harley came up with the name, Mr. Cumwich. And the way he came up with it, so when we were filming part 3, and I remember this detail specifically, he was eating a sandwich. And in his own words, he said, "I want to come on this sandwich." And then he thought, that's a good name, Mr. Cumwich. And then the rest is history. Just thought I would clarify where the name comes from.
Yeah, was this the town you're on about?
No, it's further north. Damn, it's cold up here.
Alright. Very, very So this is it then, this is the town.
Yep. This is supposedly where he's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, you also may notice I've got a different horse in this video. Because in the time period between filming part 4 and then filming this video, I'd got a different horse. And I couldn't get the old one back for this video, so I just had to stick with my new one. But funny enough, it's got the same name, it's just called Googly 2. The first one's called Googly.
B. Well, that recording's my
stolen
calculations.
There we are. There he is.
Oh my god, it is.
Must be here then.
Yeah, he's got to be. Alright, I'll check this
Check
little
around.
farmhouse over here then.
Ah, Mr. Cumwitch.
Here he is. So you instantly will notice it's not Harley who's playing Mr. Cumwitch, and obviously the reason why is because he was refusing to do the final part, and so the lad's name that we asked to help us, obviously his account name was just unknown3256. The way we met him, so obviously on PS4 there used to be an option where there was communities, and it was just big group chats basically. Pardon me. And that's how I met him. What I did is because it was Archie who wanted to do it. I obviously wanted to do it as well. He kept urging me to film the last video of the series, and he was the one who told me, go in a community and put a message into it and say, is there anyone willing to help to film a YouTube video with us? And obviously then Unknown said, yeah, I'll do it. And funny enough, I didn't believe he actually owned Red Dead as a game at first, because I looked for his profile and I couldn't find Red Dead in it. So I didn't believe he actually had the game. I just thought he was trying to prank us. And then obviously he sent a screenshot of him actually in the game. So I was like, okay, fair enough, yeah. So we joined his game, met up with him, spoke to him for a bit, and we basically set out the plan of what we wanted to do. I'd shown him the channel and the series so far, and we basically explained to him what purpose of this video was going to be. And to be fair to him, he played the role really well, and that's one thing I still give him credit for to this day. I don't think he actually did carry on watching the videos though, like obviously beyond the Red Dead series, obviously just general gaming videos we do. But if Unknown is watching this, thank you for helping us in the first place. I do appreciate it. And if we ever get to play a game with each other again, I hope it's soon. I don't know what I'm on about. Anyway.
We found him! Mr. Cumwitch is in here. How are you then, Mr. Cumwitch?
I'm just doing great. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Been hiding for a while now, haven't you?
Well, what do you expect me to do when I've got a $30 bounty on my head? Just sit there and let it happen?
Oh, I mean, you probably know why I'm here then, don't you?
I have a slight idea.
Yeah, I've been tracking you for a while. Do you mind putting your hands up for me and we'll just do this peacefully?
See, sadly I can't do that.
So the one key thing I'll just point out there, so when the screen zooms into his face, this video was when I had started to actually get better at... well, I would say this video was where I started to up my editing game on how, the zoom ins on his face and stuff. And like I said, that was probably one of the first moments there, was when I started adding that effect where it would zoom in on people. And obviously you can use it for like funny videos that me and Archie do. It adds that kind of comedic effect, if that's the right word. But yeah, that's where I started to up my editing game. Basically.
I'm not just gonna do it easy, I'm not here to be
Come on
to
then.
be detained by little scumbags like you.
No, you've done
Right,
too
okay.
much already.
You have 10 seconds to walk out of this room before we have a
Trying to-
problem.
Are you trying to threaten me now then,
Yeah.
Mr. Cumwitch?
9, 8,
Who's the one with the gun?
7, 6, 5,
It's
4,
such a slow
Do it.
countdown.
3.
It's kind of good he got to 3 and then smacked him, because if he'd literally went from 10 to 0, it would have just took so long for the shot. So I'm kind of glad he just did it a bit earlier.
God, he's escaping to the back!
Hey, come back here. Where do you think
go.
I've been gone for ages, Ow!
Mr. Cumwitch, come back, don't have to do it like this!
Do you think
What was that? Oh, what have I done? What was that I did? It just smacks me. Ow.
Going.
Oh,
Mr. Cumwitch!
my acting skills are terrible.
Wait, no, hold back.
Fucking Archie shouting the name out. So it's just quite funny how I heard Archie just shout, "Mr. Cumwitch."
Hold back.
We can sort this out like men.
Right, I'll give you two options.
It's gonna head one of two ways.
I'll give you two
One,
options.
I'm
You come out
fighting my way out
peacefully.
of it. Or two, I'm gonna force my way out of it.
You're gonna come out peacefully.
You're gonna
with
come
your
out
hands
peacefully.
up. Or we can settle it. A standoff. It's up to you. Which one do you want?
I'm coming out.
Alright then.
Right.
Blow your weapons. We'll do this.
Stupid.
We'll do this the proper way.
Okay, so with this shot here, Unknown pulls his gun out at the perfect time for this shot because we wanted to get a good cinematic of him getting ready. So he pulls his gun out perfectly at the right time. Watch Archie. Pulls his gun out before I'm even behind him. And then if you watch at the end of this shot, aims his gun. Oh. And he was the one who told me to do this cinematic shot. And he was the one who messed it up. And also, I've just noticed there was an online player who's in the background then. I don't know if you noticed him. I didn't actually notice he was there, to be fair. But yeah. Unknown got that perfectly. Archie fucked that up big time. Oh, Archie, if you watch this video, you're a twat for that. You are a twat. That's what I'm going to say that to you, Archie, if you're watching this. You are a twat, okay?
Okay, I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we may have messed that shot up a bit, because Unknown was already aiming his gun at me. But, once again, it doesn't matter.
No, Mr. Cumwitch, you're gonna die for this.
There we go.
You're gonna die now.
You didn't have to end like.
It is a bit of a... Oh, it's not the best fight scene, I will say that. I don't think it's the best. It could be better. It is just a bit like you're watching them fight. It's like watching little kids fight. That's the vibe
Like
I
this.
get.
But it does now. You've caused this to yourself.
I think another thing with this shot as well, when we were in behind the scenes, because we'd done this shot so many times, obviously your character's health would be low if you're trying to redo it over and over again. And the amount of times like Archie would hit Unknown once and he would just die. And the same with Archie, he would just punch Archie once and Archie's character would die. It was like, it must have happened like 5-6 times. It was,
You just had yourself in it, will be over.
I do want to point one thing out. Right at the end of the fight scene, how Archie kills Unknown. Watch how he punches. I've always found how cold he is.
Please, let me go.
Sorry, Mr. Cumwitch. It's the end for you.
Watch this punch. Ooh. Imagine taking that in real life. Literally a left hook into his face. It puts him down. Every time I watch this video over the years, I've always watched that punch and thought how cold it is. It was such a good way to end the fight, though. The fight was crap, but the final punch was good. Oh, that reminds me. I didn't really try to make it noticeable here, but obviously the hat on the floor. We're not going to watch it in this video because I'm running out of time. But obviously the hat on the floor, if you've watched the sequel, you'll notice when Archie goes back up to this place, you'll find he sees my hat on the floor. And I purposely in this video tried to at least make it noticeable a bit. But I could have showed it a bit more. But the hat on the floor there is a key thing to keep in mind. And that is the Red Dead series Debunked. This video has took me almost 3 years to make. Because I originally did want to do it, and then I didn't. But yeah, I hope that reveals some secrets about the series. I would react to the sequel video, but I haven't got the time currently. I am really short on time. But I hope that if you ever have had any queries about any of it, Discord, any queries about the videos, I've tried to answer as many as I could find myself, and I was obviously the one who edited it and stuff. But other than that, that leaves this video here. I hope you've enjoyed, and there was one more thing I wanted to mention. I did mention at the start of this video, or near the start. I've recently said to Archie about doing a face reveal. That's. I'm gonna leave it there. That's all I'm gonna mention. I have said to Archie about doing a face reveal, but I'm not 100% sure about it, because I have never revealed my face. Archie's never revealed his face on this channel. But it is something we've got in the back of our minds. But obviously, like I said in that video where I'm talking about the fate of the channel, times are a bit uncertain for us at the moment. Hence to why, obviously, that Rocket League video I put out was an old video. The last video I did purely because I was bored. So we are quite tight in our schedules at the moment, so we can't really make YouTube a priority at the moment. But other than that, I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate you watching if you have watched to the end. And I hope me and Archie, and Ryan maybe, can bring more content to you in the future. But other than that, thank you for watching. See you later.